for people to get in. Let me give it a couple of minutes for people to get in. Cause I want to talk about they see me rolling, they hate it, they try to have me bad dirty. Mr. Rolling, Mr. Rolling. Now I know this right. Two things for certain, one thing for sure. I know that a lot of Democrats follow Roland, Roland A. Smith, right? I know a lot of Democrats follow. Okay, cool. A lot of beta males follow. Okay, cool. Y'all heard the news? Y'all seen him? He on Candy camera looking at rainbow colored things, magneto things, zesty things online. Now some will say, "Hey, is this true? Was this part of his algorithm?" And some would say, nah, this is true because the woman in his life, his wife, run his entire life, which means he's a beta male. She wear the boxers, maybe, and she wear the pantalones. Maybe he wear the panties. Smash that like button. Let me know what you think. But I had to make it my job to report this because I noticed people that I want to know what's the incentive for them to promote Kamala and trade against the black family or community. How much did they pay you? And why? Would they admit to being bought out? See, a lot of people don't understand money is infinite, right? And it's going to be. You can print it in a machine. It can be printed. So if money is infinite, right? Make sure that you're standing on your principle because that's what's going to trick you out your position. If you don't have any principles, if you don't have any morals, if you cannot say no, all doors are going to be open for you. I don't think that's a good look. I don't think that's a good look at all, Roland. So, what y'all think about Roland? I really want to know what y'all think because I just couldn't understand. You got Roland, you got Charlemagne, you have Steve Harvey, just to name a few, right? At first, I didn't believe in gatekeepers, and then I said, you know what? That's true. They are gatekeepers out here in this world. It's people that in this world, as far as the Roland, the Steve Harveys, the Charlemagnes, I see why they're promoting Kamala so bad. I kind of see it now. That's their best bet. That's literally their best bet. So, with that being said, I said, my God. Roland, he's scrolling online, and next thing you know, he's in the rainbow community up. You got a black guy with his butt out. Why the guy had to been black though? That part. But it's not about that. It's the principles and the morals. What are you doing scrolling, looking at things? Don't you have a wife? My God. So then I begin to think, you know, in this society with all these beta males, most of these guys are zesty on the down low, right? And I have no problem with that community. I only have a problem with that community when you target the kids and you start putting in the literature and the books and you start to pre-program and do all of this and do all of that, right? So that's when there's a line. But as an adult, you pick and choose. If you don't want to procreate, you want to do your own thing. To me, it's the only religious act that allows anyone to enter without any prerequisites. Meaning that in order for you to be a part of that community, right, all you have to do is claim trauma, claim acceptance. You have to claim this, you have to claim that. I don't like that. Because if there's no requirements, right, any and anybody can get in. It's the reason why rules are needed. I'm going to talk to the chat in a few. But I just had to get my flow state. It's early morning, so let me just get my thought out there, right? Thought out into the universe, into the algorithms, which can come to a phone or a laptop or some type of screen near you. So let's get back on this Roland A. Smith, right? Because they see him rolling. And no, we are not hating. We are not hating Mr. Roland. We're just recognizing, we seeing it for what it is, right? You're being paid. You're Kool-Aid, okay? You're being paid. You're Kool-Aid. You're a beta male version of what guys don't need to be. So I see why they're incentivizing you. And another thing that I noticed, and I made this link too, right? Have y'all noticed that mostly guys who are Democrats, right? They're beta males. And not only that, they're the same people that went to go take the and they're the same people that allow a woman to lead. And one thing I noticed is this, not saying that a woman can't lead in a certain criteria or category, right? But as far as being at the top of the household, that's a no-go. That's a no-no. It don't work. That's a God, man, woman, children order. Anything outside of that, it's out of order. It's out of order. What we talking about? Literally out of order. So I'm saying it all to say, another thing I noticed about the Democratic Party is this too, right? I'm just making the connections, right? Connect full, we're going to connect more. But I'm just making the connection. Another thing that I notice is their propaganda, their marketing tools, the things that they use, they actually emasculate men. Think about it. Think about it. It actually emasculate men, right? Just by the order of things, them incentivizing women to break up the family. Those are the things to me that's detrimental. Forget the money, right? Look at the morals and the principles. As far as ethics, to me, it doesn't make sense. But they celebrate nonsense. They get paid to operate on a nonsense base. All right, let me go mess with the, since I just got that off my chest, let me go mess with this chat for a second. Nat Lee, can you, Nat Lee, get my name tatted? What? Can we keep it professional in the chat? What you mean get your name tatted, Nat Lee? We don't do that around here. Love is love, but we don't do no name tats around here. What we doing? Let me entertain the guests. Let me entertain Nylana Campbell. Hey, if I'm saying your name right, Nylana Campbell, or wrong, I apologize. I'm just engaging with the audience. Hey, Nylana Campbell, what you think about this election? What do you think about Stephen, not Stephen A. Smith? What do you think about Mr. Roland? What do you think about him? What do you think about the Democratic Party using tactics that emasculate men, right? Make men feel less than themselves, incentivize women to break up the family, incentivize women to depend on the court system in order to, they got to update this court system last time I checked, but hey, in order for the world to be a better place to me, you got to change the rules. You got to change the regulations and the rules for this game of life that we're playing right now. So anyway, so back on the subject matter, right? Okay, we fought for women's rights, and yet we are having the same. We fought for women's rights, and yet we're having a conversation. That's the problem. The problem is this, right? I'm not saying women shouldn't have rights. Women should have rights to be a woman, right? But when you give a woman, I'm talking to Nylana, when you give a woman the right to become a man, she's no longer a woman. That's why a woman can't raise a man. Think about it. I'm all for family, Nylana. I'm for man and woman being in the same household, because that's what works the best. I'm not for putting one over the other, right? I'm for celebrating the difference between both class, both species. Men operate differently, women operate differently. The equality, right, and action actually destroyed communities, Nyla. So you gotta do your research. Nylana Campbell. You gotta do your research. Women's rights and equality actually did more harm than than it was progressive. I'm just saying. You don't have to believe me. Look it up yourself. It did more harm to us as a collective, right? Right? It did more harm to us as a collective than it did promoting us to go into a better direction. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. And they're going to keep on trying to attack you with this woman right thing and women have the right to do this. No, women have the right to be a woman. They're not telling you that. The women have the right to be, to operate in her femininity, to be cute, to be nice, to be sexy, to be soft-spoken, to be sexually desirable, to just to be a woman. We need to celebrate that. I don't celebrate women for making a lot of money, for for talking like a dude, for pulling up and doing this. I don't care about a woman doing that. That's not her sport. That's not her sport. Why you think the world don't watch women basketball? It's not entertaining. That's not y'all sport, right? And I'm not trying to overly, as most people would do, they will overly sexualize women, right? But that's part of their natural beauty, right? Women are meant to be sexy. They're meant to be alluring. They're meant to be convincing. They're meant to be these things. So allow them to be those things. That's all I'm saying. Nylana Campbell. So look up when you get a chance the pros and cons of equality, women rights, or women being equal to men. Don't work, right? And how could you say something is equal just because something is law? Don't make it right. How could you say something is equal, right, when we're different? So my challenge is this: learn how to celebrate our differences, right? Learn how to celebrate our differences. Why are you trying to put us all in the same box, knowing that we're not the same? So we all been lied to. We all been programmed to think one way, think this way, think that way. So that's just how I see it, This is my thoughts on it. This is an early morning walk and talk. Just giving you guys a quick little live real quick while I walk. Get some fresh air, hit the trail, go breathe in this good air, On that note, peace, blessings, and love. Let me know what y'all think about this situation, what y'all thought about Roland, and what y'all think, and how much y'all really think that he get paid. I really want to know. How much are they paying these people? And can I say this last thing? The reason why I look at the Democrats with one eye open, one eye closed, right? Because they always try to use these celebrities every 8 years, right, to convince you. They don't use them any other time. And to me, let me give you a fact. The Democratic Party is one of the only parties that pay for influence. Let me repeat. They pay for influence. The Republican Party is actually influential because they're the business owners. So they're one of the only parties that literally pay for influence. I don't think that's real. I don't think that's authentic. You trying too hard to convince. What's up? Then I say, hey, look, I actually vote independent, right? I'm the president of my life, my family, and everything else. I think everyone should have that attitude if you know what's going on. But for what America needs right now as a whole, put that aside, right? I'm able to jump outside myself and put things aside. Trump will actually be the best candidate in this situation. I'm not saying it's things that I don't agree with him. Yes, I don't totally agree with anybody. But still, after we look past our feelings and our emotions, like I say, black people are some of the most emotional people in the world, and they sure know how to market to us. Think about it. They surely know how to market to us. Oh, she not like us. Oh, she black. She's not. She don't even claim it. That's why every time you ask her a question about it, what do she do? She either deflect or redirect the question. Or she started laughing on her first CNN interview. When the lady asked her, hey, what are you? She started to laugh. What do you identify as? She started to laugh. Because what they're going to do is they're going to finesse us all. Let me give y'all the finesse. They're going to finesse us all and state this, right? That we are all part of the colored people. Meaning that colored people consist of Asian, white, Hispanic, everything else. It consists of everything else but black. So I'm telling y'all, the reason why they doing this marketing, right, is because they understand, look, you just seen what they doing in California right now, right? They're about to pass a law stating that, and it's already in the Supreme Court right now, stating that they're going to give the migrants, right, that qualify, $150,000 towards their first home, when it's only X amount of homes being built. And Kamala talking about she could lower down the prices of homes. How? She don't understand. Y'all don't understand how it works. Let me tell y'all how it works. If she get funding to build more homes, you know what she gonna do? Hire the businesses to do the work. Who owns the businesses? Most likely the Republicans. There you have it. So you still got to go back to the people. They not building anything. So how do they know what's going on? They don't. Only the people that's in the field know what's going on. You know, so that's cap right there. Her policies is all cap. You know, and then her pushers, her influences, her what they call these people? Steve Harvey. You have you got the Roland guy. You got the Hughley, right? You got the Hughley. You got all these people that we grew up on. You're like, damn, now it finally makes sense. The truth is coming out. Y'all been sold us out. And I said, you know what? If y'all look up this fact, right? This is a fact right here. Only 1.6% of people were enslaved, but yet they made it as if we all were enslaved. Did you know that? I'm going to make this connection. Did you know that upon slavery, right? We would thought that the oppressors came and got us. No. They used our people to capture us and sold us. So it's the same thing that's happening. They're using a handful of people that say, you know what? This is the people that's against this is the people that's against that, and they fully represent it. So that's why sometimes I don't trust my kind. Because your kind is most likely the one to do the most harm to you. And you would think it's the other side, but the whole time they're using you to paint the picture as if it's the other side. But it's someone that look just like you and I. That's in a high position. With no principles and no morals. Can we talk about it? I just want to talk about it. Grab your pots and pans. It's time to cook. Don't forget the spatula. Leave them thoughts in them comments below because I really want to know what you thought about this one. On that note, peace, blessings, love. Remember, positivity over negativity.